Boone.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
Kane.
Here.
Pingleton.
Here.
And McDermott is absent.
Open meeting compliance statement read, please.
I, the undersigned clerk of the Board of Education of the Alva Independent School District, number 1 of Woods County, Oklahoma, certify that prior to December 15th of the last calendar year, the date, time, and place of this regular meeting was filed in the office of the County Clerk of Woods County, Oklahoma. I also certify that at least 24 hours prior to this meeting, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, notice of the date, time, place, and agenda of this meeting was posted in the office of the superintendent.
Thank you. Consent agenda is item 3. All of the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved by one board vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of discussion, consideration, and approval of the following. 3.1 is addition of items to the new agenda. 3.2 is minutes. 3.3 is approval of financial reports. 3.4, approval of purchase order encumbrances for FY26. 3.5, approval of extra duty assignment schedule. 3.6 is approval of activity fund report. 3.7, approval of activity fund fundraisers. 3.8, approval of an activity fund inter-account transfers. 3.9, approval of child nutrition report. Boy, I could spit that one out. 3.10, approval of board policy procedures. And 3.11, declare the items as surplus, following items as surplus. So we will go back to 3.1. And that's addition of any items of new business to the agenda.
I don't have any.
Okay. Any board member have anything? You're good? 3.2, minutes of the October 6, 2025 regular meeting. You guys all find those to be correct as presented? Thank you. Approval of the financial report, 3.3.
Okay. Across the general fund, we currently have $426,285 less encumbered than we had this time last year. We paid about $131,650 less. In October, we revenued $502,403. For the year, we revenued $1,859,000. That's not including the carryover amount. Around $6.8 million. We have, at this point, we have revenued $517,000 less than we had at this point last year. That's primarily due to the teacher pay raise reimbursement that we received in August of 24. We got that because it wasn't included in our foundation salary incentive back then. That was a one-time payment, so take that out. Revenues staying pretty flat. Pretty comparable year to year. I will say it every month until January. Our biggest revenue months are January through April.
Right.
So, with building our general fund, in the building fund, we've encumbered $688,912 less than this time last year, and have paid $641,000 less. Big portion of that's the buses that we purchased last year. In October, we revenued $14,562. That's $14,420 more than we did in October 24. That increase is due to the deposit of interest from our invested funds. Remember, we changed that policy. Instead of all going back in general, we're going back to the funds, so that if you look on that same coded item in the general fund, it's $14,000 less because it's going back to the building fund where it's supposed to. So it's just a lot more blatant in the building fund because those totals are a lot different. So without carryover and included interest, we've revenued $3,500 less than this time last year. A little fluctuation is normal this time of year, $3,500. So again, our large revenue months are January to April. Looking at our investment accounts, in the general fund we have $5.1 million invested. It's averaging 4.3%. The building fund we have $3.2 million, averaging 4.3%. Child nutrition is $159,000. also at 4.3%. The sinking fund has 11,000 still left over from years ago. It's making 4.35%, and the gift fund, $325,000 there, averaging 4.3%. So, all said, I mean, we're making 4.3% on all of our investments. We have $8,798,000 invested. So, that's where we're at financially.
Thank you. Any questions? Hearing none, we'll move to 3.4. Approval of purchase order encumbrances to the following funds for fiscal year 26.
For the most part, all the expenditures this month were 95% of them for classroom supplies or professional development. I get to that time of year where things rolling. There were a couple out there for vehicle maintenance or repairs. Just draw your attention to a couple. PO 309 is to National Bus Sales for buses 6 and 7. Those two together was $10,800. Repairs to activity buses is what it amounts to. PO 310 was to Croft Country Chevrolet for repairs to one of the ag pickups for $2,000, and then the PO 317 to DET Spraying, final mowings for the year. A little bit less, not mowing as much obviously, and once the final freeze hits, he's going to mow one more time, and that's included there to winterize whatever, be ready for spring. So that's general fund encumbrances. Building fund, majority of these in the building fund are for electrical and plumbing repairs across the district. PO 92 to Jenkins and Price is $7,000 to replace a floor scrubber at Washington. One they had been repaired for several years. Just come to the point, have to get replaced. PO 98 to Integrity Construction is $6,400. That's to repair some of the skirting and drainage problems we're having with the portables at Washington. Sort of get some of that buttoned up before the cold gets here and we have freezing problems with some of the plumbing out there. And then Child Nutrition Fund only had one expenditure for $503 to Deal Refrigeration for repair to a refrigerator at Lincoln.
Questions? 3.4. Hearing none, we'll move to 3.5. Approval of extra duty assignment schedule.
There's nothing on 3.5.
Okay. All right, thank you. 3.6, approval of activity fund report.
Just get my clicking call up to you. Activity fund, just draw your attention to a couple. In athletics account for the month of October, we received $3,524. That is by far mainly due to ticket sales, things like that. They paid out $10,030. Law officials, things like that, and some equipment. That's the balance in the activity or in the athletics account, $24,466. We received the 2025 reimbursement from the Quinn Trust into our golf account. Out of this, we'll reimburse the general fund around $11,000 for the cost of the golf stipends, and the rest of that was for reimbursement for tournament fees and equipment and all that kind of stuff. FFA received $67,531. We paid out $69,565. I'm not sure a large part of that was blue and gold sales, and a large part of the expenditure was probably paying blue and gold. And then the other things, stock shows and what have you. They still have a balance of $42,971 in their account. That's the big stuff on the activity fund.
Any questions in reference to 3.6? Hearing none, we'll move to 3.7, approval of activity fund fundraisers.
We had 5 fundraisers turned in. Alva Middle School. So if you have any questions, I'm sure Martina would be happy to answer those. Organized bingo for the community, polar plunge with the teachers, tattoo purchases for teachers to wear, purchase pies to pie a teacher their choice, and paint doormats for a community participation project. All of these will go to raise money to purchase building, classroom supplies, rewards, and incentives for students, and materials for fun and engaging activities.
Questions on 3.7, the fundraisers? Hearing none, we'll move to 3.8, approval of activity fund inter-account transfers.
Just had one transfer of $150 from the middle school cheer account to the high school student council for pink out t-shirts the children were.
Is there another one for the cross country? Or is there two?
This one. Yeah, there is. Thank you, Paul. Cross country has $190 from the track account to the media account for team t-shirts. Scroll faster now.
Okay, thank you, Paul. 3.9, approval of child nutrition report.
In October, we served 5,217 breakfasts and 10,021 lunches. In October, we've revenued $80,022.93. Child nutrition is kind of funny, and we're getting our payments. They've been a little slow sometimes. I'm sure the government shutdown has a lot to do with some of that. But haven't dug deep enough to know that for sure, but it seems to correlate when all the timing of that started. So some of the collections for August that we had not collected by the end of September. Remember last month we had real low collections and checks were still late, so probably almost double what it normally should be, just because of when the timing of those payments happen. We have expended $36,461 so far this year. Next month, that'll probably jump quite a bit, because we've got a couple of months we have to pay Keystone. We're waiting on the State Department to approve all those expenditures so we can write a check. As far as the government shutdown goes, we've been assured that it won't affect our schools directly. I did send out a letter last week to parents reassuring them of this, and that if they have been affected by furlough or layoffs, we would encourage them to fill out the free and reduced lunch application. They may qualify if they've had a change in household income where they didn't qualify before. So if they've been furloughed or laid off, it's very possible that will qualify them for free and reduced lunches. So I sent that letter out last week.
Thank you. Questions, concerns? 3.9, approval of child nutrition report. Hearing none. 3.10 is approval of board policy and procedures.
We don't have any changes there.
3.11, declare following items as surplus.
FFA would like to surplus the 4020 John Deere that they rebuilt so that they can sell it. We have to surplus before they can sell it. The money that they'll sell for, we put back into the tractor account to fund building of the next project, next tractor project.
Okay. I will now entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Move to approve items 3.1 through 3.11 as presented.
Second.
Singleton,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Barton.
Yes.
Item 4 is administration report. 4.1 is principal's report.
Okay, I'll go first. Enrollment is the same as last month. We are finishing up our readathon, and so far it's going pretty well. The 7th Friday is our last day to collect money, so we'll give you a report on how much we make after that. I brought you this little writing project that Mrs. Ward's first grade class did. I thought you might like to check it out and pass it on. They did some research as a class about bats. what bats can do, what bats cannot do, what type of qualities they possess, and I got a few different samples, a really great one, and then a medium, and then one kind of lower, so you can kind of look at what they're doing in first grade. So check that out, and while you're looking at that, I wanted to give you an update on our pumpkins. So we picked all the pumpkins that were growing on our vine at Washington. There were 7 pumpkins. We had a weight guessing competition between classes, and Mrs. Franz's class guessed that the pumpkins weighed 170 pounds, and they weighed 169.4 pounds.
Wow.
So she was like right on with that.
I'm taking them to Count Beans
Yes,
yard at the fair.
yes. So their prize was they got to go out to the pumpkin trailer and pick out a pumpkin and take it home. But then that also brings me to Jackson Pumpkin Farms donated all of their pumpkins to us again. And we sold those off of Mrs. Ward brought her trailer, and Mrs. Ward and a couple other teachers stood out there every day after school and sold some. And we made $900 from that.
Wow,
So thank you to Jackson Pumpkin Farms because they brought us some money.
that's nice.
Professional development, November 20th, we will be going to the K-20 Innovative Learning Institute. Some teachers are doing a presentation on how we spent our grant money this last year. A few activities going on. The annual district title meeting is coming up next week. We have World Kindness Day, which is November 14th. All of the grade levels do a little food drive that they've done for a few years now, but I know our district has talked about doing something, all of the schools have talked about doing something together. So that's going on, and we always go to the Northwestern Children's Play right before Thanksgiving break. So just a few things happening, but that's all from Washington.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
back,
I
so they
will
found
get
your
those
home.
back. Yes, thank you.
Okay, Longfellow. We're up a couple students. I think we're at 150. I think we went up by 2 this month. So we have 81 in second and 78 in third. A total of 159, and we're going to get 2 more third probably towards the end of this week. Talked to your mom today, so we're kind of going back up there. We had our fire prevention assembly in October 9th. Our Alva PD came, or PD, not PD, fire department came and spoke to our kids about fire safety, and their focus this year was on lithium batteries, which I thought was excellent, and I made sure they know how great I thought it was that they talked about that, because every kid has iPads or video games or something that has lithium batteries, and my kid is guilty of it too. I had to remind him not to leave it plugged in overnight, definitely not by your bed. So they talked about that and focused on that, so I thought that was really great too. And then they went to all the elementary schools, I believe, so I think that was their focus. I think it was a national-wide focus, but it was excellent. The kids get to see them all suited up and get to hear them. So if there ever was an emergency, they're not going to be scared of them coming into their home. They were told to go. Do you remember where they told us to go? If there was a fire, that's okay. They said go beside the window. If you can't get out, go beside the window, not in front of the window. So they break through, they'll look for you right by the window and not right in front of it, so you don't get hurt by the glass. So they did a really great job, and they get to tour the fire trucks, and it's always it's good. Of course, the kids have a million questions and stories, but they did a great job. We are doing a food drive at Longfellow. Every year we do a service learning project to get kids kind of involved in something that's important in our community. And, you know, like Mr. Brashears mentioned with the SNAP and the government shutdown, and we don't know, I just did see that they gave 50% currently back into the SNAP program, but that's still not what everyone's used to. So we are doing a food drive for the whole month of November, and we are also going to do a drive-through food drive on the 18th, I believe, Tuesday the 18th, where community members can drive through a circle drive, and the students will take shifts with their class, and they will go out to the cars and get the food, so you don't even have to get out. And it's just for a little fun incentive. For every 100 items that are collected, I will wear a different wig each day. So 300 items, 3 wigs. I have a feeling there'll be way more than 300. Weirdly enough, I have a weird collection of wigs. I'm hoping I have to buy some new ones. I'm hoping you guys collect so many, I'll have to buy some new ones. And I also wanted to highlight Makerspace. That's why I have my friend here, Tyson Williams. We have Makerspace at our school. It's a STEM-based program. Mrs. Williams runs it at her school, and she just creates fun and challenging activities for our students. Anything from building Legos, stacking cups, crafting stations, and then we also have some paper airplanes and some catapults they built. And you can see the pictures up there. There's also a little video. But I also asked Tyson to come and to demonstrate, because it's a lot cooler if he demonstrates than if I demonstrate.
Well, heck yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how did you know how to make those airplanes?
Directions.
There were directions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are they on the paper, or did Mrs. Williams give them to you?
Mrs. Williams gave it to us.
Gave them to you. And so it looks like you have 2 different kinds of airplanes. Do they fly differently? Do you want to demonstrate them for us?
Sure.
All right, stand them up.
Who do you want to aim at? Pick a person.
And they had, at school, what did they have? We had hula hoops, right? And we also had, was it squares on the ground that you can aim at?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you make it through the hula hoop? You can't remember?
You don't remember?
I thought about bringing a hula hoop tonight, and I forgot. Why don't you aim for the clock? Think it'll get that far? Oh, pretty good. Let's try this one.
Okay.
Very nice. Good job. And then they also built catapults.
Oh, my
And
God.
I heard Tyson worked really hard to get his just right. And how did you know how to build your catapult?
Directions.
With the directions from Mrs. Williams. Did everyone get to make their own? Yeah. And then what did you do? What did you launch with them?
Marshmallows.
Okay.
Fruit Loops.
Oh.
And one more thing that came.
Which one went further when you did them? Do you remember?
Fruit Loops.
The Fruit Loops had a little bit more weight.
I was gonna say, could you speak up? I'm old. You said you had marshmallows,
Uh-huh.
Fruit Loops,
Uh-huh.
and was there another item or not? Just those 2
He
things?
couldn't remember what it
Okay,
was.
all right. I want to make sure.
And
I
then
know what
did you
was
have
shot at
targets to aim them at?
Yes.
What kind of targets?
Buckets.
Little buckets.
Buckets.
All right.
Okay.
We don't have a bucket. Do you want to aim at your airplane over there? Do you want it up high or do you want it low? What's the strategy, Tyson? You pick it.
Up high.
Up high. All right, sounds good. You want to do this? You move it where you want. You aim it how you want it.
Oh!
It went behind the lines.
All right.
When it smells like s'mores, when it smells like s'mores, we'll know why. Wow.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Wow.
Tyson, what's been your favorite thing about Makerspace so far?
Catapult.
The catapults.
Catapult.
And these are kind of the 2 big ones. What else is there something else you guys have done that I failed to mention so far?
Stations.
The stations. What's your favorite thing during the station?
Legos.
The Legos, building the Legos. Yeah, the students really like that. I know they're going to do, every Christmas, we do a fun little craft project for our parents. And so I know Mrs. Williams, that they came in today, what they're going to do, I'm not going to tell, because it's a secret to parents, and parents might be here, right, Tyson? But I think it's going to be very fun. It's something we have not done before. It's going to be very exciting, and it'll take a lot of supervision. So, but the kids love it. Something that they started back before I was the principal there, Mr. Sheever started this Makerspace long ago, and the kids continue to do it. We do it every other week because we realized every week, 25 minutes, it wasn't quite enough time to complete a task. So we do it every other week for 40 minutes. So they have a longer time in there to actually get something done. And the kids love it. There's a little video right there, if it'll click. Mrs. Williams put together a slow motion video of them flying their airplanes, which is kind of fun.
Oh.
That is cool.
And you can see the hula hoop hanging above the cabinet.
Oh, wow, look at that one?
So it was just kind of fun. She does a great job. The kids love it. And is that probably one of your favorite things at Longfellow? Yeah.
As a parent, it is the highlight of his week.
I
He
love
loves
that.
Mrs. Williams and what they do in library.
I love that. And I love that you came and helped us. Thank you, Tyson.
I do have-
Yeah.
I have a question for you. You said they give directions, in written, you have to read them, and then they tell you. Just tell you.
Yeah.
Boy, that takes very good listening skills though, doesn't it? If I'm not paying attention, how would I mean, I'm looking at your catapult. How would, if you're not listening, you don't get all the directions, correct? Is that hard for you to listen? You listen good? Okay. Do most kids listen pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're going to build something like that, I'd be listening too. Very nice. Thank you for coming.
Just a few things that are coming up. You can see the list, but I do have 3 teachers in my building going to the Oklahoma Autism Center for a 2-day training to help learn more about how to help our students with autism with in classroom academics and also in behavior. So I'm really excited to get the report back on that. They go on the 12th and 13th of this month, I believe. And then you see we're going to, honor our veterans wearing red, white, and blue. And each teacher will have a different activity in their classroom. Our 2nd grade music program is this Thursday. So if you're available, come to Herod Hall. Oh my gosh, that was wrong. Don't go to Herod Hall. It will not be there. Go to the high school auditorium. I'm struggling here. At 1:30.
You're going to have to help them.
Yeah, help me out here. And you're going to be in that too, aren't you? The music program?
Do you want to practice your part?
Oh, do you have a part?
Speaking line? Do you want to say it?
We won't make it great.
He's saving that for the production.
Yes, we can't let all of our secrets out. So, and that's the gist of what's going on at Longfellow.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to present for Lincoln. They have an enrollment of 137, 59 4th graders, and 78 5th graders. The students enjoyed the AR party held at the Northwestern campus. Thank you, Mrs. Anderson and the AR committee for all of the work you do. Thank you, Ethan Sackett and his student ambassadors for helping make our AR party a great time. They celebrated Red Ribbon Week and Harry Potter Week, ending with their Halloween celebrations. Mrs. White worked in lots of messages and lessons about the importance of staying drug-free. Mrs. Anderson had many fun activities for Harry Potter Week, including wand making, scavenger hunt, dress-up days, and even making chocolate frogs. So it's always a fun week. And it's really great. They come down every year to the middle school library. Mrs. Almgren has a whole bunch of Harry Potter things in the library, so they take all of them up there and show them off. So that's really neat. The 4th grade Halloween machine music program was very fun to watch. Many of the students shine brightly with their solos, singing parts, and many speaking parts. Thank you, Ms. Klein, for doing such a great job of getting the students ready for these programs. Mrs. White is starting a board game club in the library on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Students can sign up to play board games in the library during recess if they choose to. Mrs. Gilchrist is also doing an art club for students who choose to attend on Tuesdays and Thursdays during recess. And then she has some pictures from the 4th grade music program, AR Party, and Harry Potter activities. I told her if she was going to have me read this again, she's going to have to get some bigger print. Upcoming things, November 6th, they've invited the parents to join them for the Thanksgiving lunch. There says we have about 140 parents, siblings, grandparents coming to join us. November 10th, Lincoln is hosting their Veterans Day lunch. Students may invite any veteran they have in their life to join them for lunch that day. Forms are due back on November 6th. November 12th and 13th, Mrs. Wooten, Mrs. Vickers, and Mrs. Brinkley will be attending the autism training. November 11th, 5 8th grade students will travel to Oklahoma City to watch the Thunder Blue basketball game. Yeah, the 5th grade students. November 19th. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I read that right. Oh, November, let me try that again. November 11th, the 5th grade will be traveling to Oklahoma City to watch. They're not going to just choose 5. The whole 5th grade gets to go. November 19th is Support Staff Day. They will celebrate the support staff on Wednesday. Yes. Thank you to all who make our schools work smoothly. And then November 20th, those who earn more than $150 or more will be treated with a movie and a snack at Rialto. And November 21st is the Northwestern play. Okay, on to the middle school. Am I good? Yes, okay. 6th grade, 67, 7th grade, 65, 8th grade, 75, for a total of 207. Halloween, we had Northwestern softball girls are, well, all of the teams at Northwestern are involved in numerous things throughout the community. The softball girls offered to come help us with, we did some minute to win it games, so we did a Halloween version of that. There was a pumpkin toss. They didn't toss the pumpkin, but they tossed hula hoops at the pumpkin. They had ghost cup stacking, eyeball cup rolling, and then they assisted in a wiffle ball game as well as they judged the spook parade for us. So that was kind of a fun day of different kinds of activities. On October 21st, several students attended the Fairview Academic Meet. The students who placed 1st through 5th qualified for the Tournament of Champions in their subject area. Larson Mance in 6th grade got 4th in current events. Ethan Zhang in math placed 6th place. Bain Elliott, ELA, 6th place. 7th grade Hollis Talbert in ELA, he got 3rd place. Jackson Wooten got 1st place in social studies. And then in our 8th grade class, Chloe Loudon was 1st place in ELA. Trenton Parker was 3rd in ELA. Joplin Brott was 2nd in humanities. And Ryland Headley was 4th in humanities. So they'll go to several events in the fall here, and then in the spring they'll get to go down to the Tournament of Champions, and that's where they go against other people in the state and compete. But you have to qualify for that, so that's where the placing 1st through 5th is super important. I will throw out that our Veterans Day, I believe there should be some things posted on it. We are having our celebration on November 10th. They will be doing the Veterans Day Museum. Mrs. Christensen, her 7th grade class, they have the big displays. They have to interview a veteran. They will they decorate it. They do all kinds of fun stuff. So that will be open from 2 to 2:30 for anybody that can come. We are doing a day early because we have basketball games on the 11th, and we want to make sure that all of our kids can participate in that. And that's open to anybody, in the community if they would like to come to that. And then we will have our program at 2:30, and Greg Miller is going to be speaking. So we're super excited for that.
We'll go on to the high school and then we'll back up to athletics. Oh, you went to athletics first. I'm sorry. Okay. So the enrollment, freshmen 75, sophomore 64, junior 68, and we currently have 65 seniors. I want to recognize and thank Jillian Anderson, who is currently serving as part of the textbook committee for the state. That is something that she was selected to be a part of, so we're very excited to have her representing us. It's kind of a big time with a change in superintendents and questions about standards and all of those things, so we really appreciate her dedication. She has a meeting down there on November 14th to meet with the textbook committee. Huge congratulations to Madeline Ryerson. Cannot say enough about how talented she is and how amazing she is. She is not only our current Miss Alva, but she has also been crowned as Miss Cinderella. That's the first Miss Alva that has been crowned Miss Cinderella since 2005. So it's pretty exciting. She's also the reigning Miss Northwestern teen. So she is incredibly talented, and we're very proud of all of her hard work and her dedication to just improving and being the amazing individual she is. Last week, Mr. Lloyd traveled to Indianapolis, Indiana with 4 young ladies, Caitlin Martin, Kaylin Woods, Kayla Leeper, and Madison Blocker all went to Indianapolis to accept the award as a 3-star chapter at the National FFA Convention. Very excited about that. That is a an award that is presented for chapters that excel in growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. It's the highest recognition that you can get in FFA as a chapter, and Mr. Lloyd said he believes that this is the first time that we've received that distinction since 2018. So that's pretty exciting. While they were there, they met with some representatives from NASA and the University of Maryland, NASA Acres program. And so that is a program that helps the next generation of ag students, both college and secondary, to understand what NASA does to help and how their technologies connect with systems used by ag every day. So basically, as I understood Mr. Lloyd, if someone calls this entity, calls the NASA Acres of program and says, hey, these people have said this program, this thing, this entity, whatever, would do great things and we will have exponential growth and we'll, it'll just really catapult our production, then the NASA Acres program with the University of Maryland will go in and analyze it and say yes or no. Yes, that will do X, Y, and Z, or no, that really won't turn out quite like that. And it was fascinating. Dr. Kent Martin is the one who connected them. They're coming to Northwestern at some point. Government shutdown kind of changed plans. They had originally planned to already have been here, but that changed. So we're looking forward to a rescheduled date when the government opens back up. And I know our kids will really be excited to get to be a part of that and hear all the things that they could gain from that program. So congratulations to each one of those to get that opportunity and to have the recognition as a 3-star chapter. Our junior Addison Flater, another shining star, competed this past weekend. She was running for vice president of the Oklahoma Association of Student Council, and she came second for vice president. There were several. Mrs. Kane, how many did you say ran for that office? Oh, there were at least 7 schools running. Yes, and so she ended up in the top 2, which was pretty exciting. She was beat out by someone from Del City. And sometimes it's not just Addison will do a great job, but we know Del City, and we had an officer within the last year, and so we're just really very proud of her to be able to get up and speak in front of thousands. Mr. Eckhart said she was pretty much the only one who presented her speech without reading it. She gave her speech. She did not read her speech, and it really was quality that you would see at a state speech competition. So very proud of Addison and all of her efforts. She truly is a symbol of excellence. Speaking of Mr. Eckhart and Mr. Brott, they are in Ada as we speak. Tomorrow the one-act team cast will compete at state competition. Their production is phenomenal. They're looking forward to presenting that. They have a couple of dates that they're tossing around to be able to present that to the community here. And it is definitely a production you're going to want to see. It is pretty dark, but it's such a great story and such a great production that you are going to want to see it when they do have that opportunity. So one thing on the calendar, we have lots and lots of things coming up, but one thing on the calendar is our Veterans Day program next week. It is November 11th at 11. So we want to make sure that it's easy to remember, and we would love for everyone to come. FFA and Student Council is organizing that program, so we appreciate them getting together to do that work. Okay, on to athletics. Mr. Beeler is down at middle school basketball. So high school football, this last Friday, the Goldbugs played Meeker and won their final home game 34-20. It was senior night. We recognized band, cheer, cross country, life student crew, and football. And so it was really neat. We had 24 seniors that were recognized, and so that's always exciting when we have that many kids on the field to show that they're doing such great things. So appreciate them.
The football team has one game left. They will play this next week, November 6th. It is Thursday rather than Friday. We are playing Newkirk, but we are playing at Ponca City. Newkirk is in the middle of renovations of their stadium, and so their football games for the year have been moved to Thursday. We will be in Ponca City Thursday night, so I want to make sure everyone knows that. Middle school basketball. 6th grade basketball teams competed in Moreland tournaments this last week. They will play in the Burlington Festival today and tomorrow. 7th and 8th grade season opens tonight with a home game against Fairview. This game was originally scheduled for this Thursday, but it had to be moved because of the football game. Tomorrow, 7th graders and 8th graders will travel to Blackwell. Middle school cross-country team wrapped up their season. They had a great success this year. Some thoughts from Coach Christensen. Both teams played in the top 3 of every single meet of the season. On the girls' team side, they were champions of the Tonkawa, Hennessy, and Cherokee meets, and ended their season as the 3rd place team in the state at All-Star Meet. For the boys' team side, they were champions in the Tonkawa and Cherokee meets and ended their season as the 3rd place team in the state at the All-Star Meet. Cross country, the high school cross country team finished their seasons this week, or last week. Girls participated in the state meet. Kylie Adair was a regional medalist, 4-year state qualifier, and all-star. Channing Ferguson was a 4-year state qualifier, and Caitlin Martin was also a 4-year state qualifier, which that's quite an accomplishment right there. In high school softball, we had some players recognized, and we want to make sure that we bring that to people's attention. Asia Blackledge was named Tri-County All-Star, District 3rd, the District 3 All-District, Region 1 All-Region. Chloe Lee is Tri-County All-Star, Region 1 All-Region. Michael Lowry, Region 1 All-Region. And Cambry Rhodes, Region 1 All-Region. And that's all we have.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to superintendent's report.
I have pictures this time.
But do you have pumpkins?
I don't have pumpkins. I got pictures. Integrity Construction performed the repairs on the drainage over here on the north side of the main entrance to the high school, and also at this northeast gate back here behind us. This first picture on the left that's the north wall that ends up down by Terry Smithy's office, the main entrance. What had happened, this downspout, underneath each of those downspouts is it's not a French drain, but there's a drain tube, right? I'm not real sure where it terminates. I tried to find it. It's out in the yard somewhere, so I don't know if there's gravel that it's kind of like a septic or what it's doing, but it's what drains away from the building. This one was disconnected. It had a gap from the downspout comes down. You can see the pipe here. There's a gas line that runs all the way there. All that had been exposed to the downpipe kicks out, and so this wouldn't connect. Had a gap 18 inches. And so all the water coming off the roof that was coming down the downspout is what created that whole washout that ended up down all the sidewalk from the office. So we come back, he secured these drains, attached that, did all the things, and then the pile of dirt that was there from the air conditioner project that's used part of that, backfilled everything, and smoothed it up. So we've had a couple pretty decent rains since then, and I haven't seen it.
Good.
Every time it rains, I'm like, hey, I go check the high school. Yeah. So, and it appears as though the fix is working. This is that water slide next to that northeast entrance. You can see the new concrete. This triangle here from the street up is all new concrete. The old drive is right here. So we went ahead and filled all that in. Water would come off this, hit the concrete, then hit this, and puddles will start washing out all things. So we filled that in, and then those are angled just a little bit, so it creates a trough. It's hard to see. The retaining wall is here. This new strip of concrete is actually around in front of that retaining wall. Those deal water was coming around that, going around that retaining wall and running the dirt instead of running the So we just extended concrete both ways, angled this a little bit, so it troughed it. And again, it's rained pretty decent a couple times, and you can see a lot of, there's gravel and stuff washed out down here at the bottom where it's washing off of it, right?
It's coming out of the parking lot.
It's coming out of the parking lot, it's not coming, it's not washing out on the side, so maybe we've fixed some of that. So anyway, that's what Integrity did, we approved that last month. They got there, within a week and had some of that done. So I met with Blake Cook. He actually came to Alva, met with Jane and I. He's a claims adjuster with Gallagher Bassett. That's the company OC uses for all their claims adjustments. We are definitely making headway on the roof claim. He went through, explained everything, and I'm not going to try to repeat the numbers because I'll tell you wrong. But we're a lot closer than we were a year ago. Okay, a lot closer. I brought Jane along. She's in the industry, and when I read on her, she felt better about it for sure. We know we're going to have to pay some. The roofs are 25%. So we know there's going to be the depreciation there, but this one looks a lot better than what we were initially told. It is at his manager, just kind of waiting on that approval, and we can start doing the final things on the roof claim. So getting down the road on that. Transportation-wise, so we got the new activity bus back from all the other damage this summer, and it was fixed and had whatever. Van took it, maiden voyage, turned the corner too sharp coming out of a parking spot, the backswing on the bus, the rear window caught the mirror of the bus next to it, broke the rear window. So it made a trip, and then we went back to the shop. But anyway, it's been fixed. In fact, the National Bus had to find the glass came out of California. Got here last week, K&K put it on. So we still have to have the vinyl put back on it, but it is back in service at this point. So, new activity specs. Steve went to Tulsa today to pick up the Van Hill. That was part of that $10,000 repair. They rebuilt the front brakes. I think they were in pretty bad shape when he got there, actually. They rebuilt the front brakes, fixed the air conditioner, and then there's an overheating problem. I thought was more of a electrical issue, computer issue than anything. So I think they've got all three of those things fixed on the Van Hill. So we should have two pretty stable activity buses at this point. I'm not going to let it get when I say that. All the main route buses are in good shape. The 5 new ones. Spare bus, one of them kept for a spare is having a shifter issue. It's a sensor. It's saying it's in gear, won't start, but it's not in gear. So that's going to be a neutral safety switch or something like that. So anyway, other than that, the fleet's in pretty good shape. So that is my report.
Anything else, Mr. Shears?
No.
On your report? Okay. And 4.3 is resignation, retirements, reassignments, nothing on that? All right. Thank you. Items of current business, number 5.1, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve an offer of employment with applicant number 1, and number 2, non-certified positions for 25-26 school year.
Got two at the middle school. They have offered Mitchell Rader a paraprofessional position, and at Washington, she wants to hire Blake Woodruff for the open custodian position. So I would recommend I hire both those individuals.
Okay. Any questions? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve item 5.1 as presented.
Second. Almost got you.
Barton,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Pingleton.
Yes.
5.2, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the following board meeting dates for regular school year 2026. I'll let you look at that calendar. And I'm not going to go through the dates. There's one per month, except in June, which we usually have the last week of June as the closing of our fiscal year. So if that looks like a good time you'd like to meet with us, I would entertain a motion to approve that calendar of activities for us.
say for the most part, they're all
Yeah.
first Monday of the month, 5 o'clock in here, just like we have been doing.
Couple of Tuesdays because of Christmas break, we've got one in April because of Easter. I was looking at the calendar today, in September it's Labor Day, I mean, it's just kind of regular month to day because of those things, so.
Tried to project this year's school calendar on the next year's corresponding dates.
Sure.
And find that, like, we come back from Thanksgiving break, I have a board meeting that Monday. So tried to avoid some of those traps.
Sure.
Get ready, because Easter's the last weekend of March next year. It's like way early.
Put snowshoes on these.
Yeah,
Easter eggs, maybe.
yeah, it's gonna be that Easter, but anyway.
Okay. We'd entertain a motion.
I move we approve item 5.2 as presented.
Second.
Kane,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Pingleton.
Yes.
5.3, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the Board of Education election resolution to call for a school election to vote for a Board of Education member from office number 1.
This is the annual election resolutions we do every year, to open elections for the school board. This year it's Dr. Hanson's seat number 1. That's up for election. It's his 5th year on that term, so we need to approve the resolution so we can get that posted.
Motion?
Make a motion, we approve 5.3 as presented.
Second.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Pingleton,
Yes.
Barton.
Yes.
It's a very small window of application, is it not, like December 1st to the 3rd? I mean, it's a very, you best.
Monday, December 1st through Wednesday, December the 3rd.
Right, so. Thank you. 5.4, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve an out-of-state travel request from Alva FFA sponsored Chad Blocker for students to attend the Kansas Beef Expo Livestock Judging Contest in Lyons, Kansas on December the 12th, 2025.
I'd recommend to approve that. It's a semi-local judging contest for fake
I
kids.
think
Just
they've
have to
gone
approve
to
it
that
because it's
before, have they
cross-state.
not? I think so.
Oh, yes.
Seems like it's some kind
Last couple of years,
formal thing,
definitely.
yeah. Okay, I'd entertain a motion.
I move for approval of item 5.4 as presented.
Second.
Pingleton,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Barton.
Yes.
Item 6 is new business.
I don't have any.
Item 7 is proposed executive session to discuss the employment of school nurse per 25 Oklahoma statute, section 307B1. Do I have a vote to move into executive session?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Barton,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
Pingleton.
Yes.